This series has gotten better and better every time I watch it, or I should say little pieces of the series have gotten better and better. There's still things that like bother me when I watch this series, but there's other things I just freaking love and adore. And this season of This Is England is probably the darkest of the three I've watched so far. I got one more, I got 1990, but up to this point, right now, 88 is probably the darkest of the three that I've seen, and I'm ready to dive into it on this episode, Movie Breakdown Series Review. What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of Movie Breakdowns. I'm your host, Zakka. What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of Movie Breakdown Series Review. I'm your host, Zakka. What is series review? We take a series, look at each season, give a grade A through F, plus and minus due count, and at the end of it all, we give an overall grade, then plus and minus due count as well. And there's a series you want me to review, put in the comment section below. I get to as best I can. Also, Patreon.com/Zakka. On that Patreon, you can jump in front of everybody if you're paying for my services, so you can request wherever you want. I get to it ASAP. Get it up there as soon as possible, and get to watch it all and review it all, whatever the case may be, and then you have to wait for everybody else on YouTube and Facebook who are getting it months later. So that's the perks of having my Patreon. You also get trailer reaction, trailer reviews, and much more content on my Patreon. And I also want to say thank you guys for watching this series. I really appreciate it. Love you guys. Now let's go ahead and get into This Is England 88. I'm already just going to throw it out there. This is going to be spoilers. Spoilers. This came out in 2011. There's only 2 episodes out there. If you look at IMDb, they say it's 3 episodes, but like everybody else is kind of saying it's 2 episodes. But really, it could be separated in 3 episodes because it spanned over 3 days. December 23rd, December 24th, and December 25th. 3 days. That's what this season is about. And a lot happened on these 3 days. Like a lot. And I think writing wise for 3 characters who have now become one of my favorites in this series, Woody, Lowell, and Milky, their writing has been done so well that like I can relate to all 3 of them. And it's crazy because each one of them go through their own things. They are all very real. Like for them, I can relate to them. And that writing that Shane Meadows done for this is great because those 3 characters like hit me. What Lowell is going through hits me. What Milky is going through hits me. What Woody is going through hits me. Even though really Woody and Milky, their things have all been done by themselves. Like their cause and how they live in their life and the things they've done have all been pretty much done. They've been done by themselves, you can put it that way. From This Is England 86, the fact that Woody couldn't say that he loves Lowell and say he do at the wedding they had, and the fact that he couldn't just commit to her full on like that. You know, he says he loved her, he couldn't do it in front of her, in front of everybody else. Kind of like pretty much skyrocketed what's happening in this season. The backlash of that is pretty much going on in his life in this season. Milky, because you know he loved Lowell himself, he really couldn't respect his friends' relationships enough to understand that like I shouldn't be messing with Lowell. Just wait till they break up, wherever the case may be, and then I'll make my move. Yes, it might not be right, but I can just ask Woody, hey, would we be okay with me dating your ex after this happened? But the fact that he didn't do that, and the fact that him and Lowell have a baby now and they're separated because they think it's best for the situation they're in, Milky has been gone and he now is back in the picture and he's around the gang. The gang has come to understand like, hey man, life happens. Milky, you know, we're cool with you. Your beef is not with us. While Woody and Milky never really had a conversation, never really had that talk of like, hey, I'm sorry. I know I did what I did wasn't cool. I know I betrayed you. I know I probably did this and threw your whole life away as you might feel. And Woody, in a common sense, common mind conversation with Milky, they didn't have that. They haven't had that. And you get to see that explode this season. Freaking phenomenal. great writing when they come across each other. And Woody feeling betrayed by his friends, by the gang, because they're siding with Milky, which they're like, we're not siding with Milky, we're not siding with anybody, we're just having fun, we're just hanging out. Like, we forgive him, but we're not siding with, we don't think what he did is right. Like, the gang is kind of like, we don't think what he did is right, but you attacking him, Woody doesn't change the past. And then you have Lo's issue, and Lo, who's going through PTSD, who is having to go to her father popping around every time and she can't escape that, who's trying to be a single mother and not really try to have Milky in the situation. Milky wants to be there, but she doesn't really want to have him in the situation. And she feels like she lost Woody, and all this stuff is going on. And there's a 2-year-old kid that she has to take care of, and life is just crashing down on her. But she's also not letting other people in because she feels like this is her burden that she must carry, which is also a whole thing. Like, she just won't ask for help. She's too prideful, and that's kind of bringing her downfall. And it almost takes her life, which is just some deep stuff. And they actually, at the end of the season, they had a public service announcement saying like, hey, if you need help, please reach out, please call. And that is very true. If you've seen this season and you see the things these characters are going through, and you feel like you relate to this and feel like that you're going through something similar to it, please reach out, please ask for help. Don't take the burden on your own. Yes, you might believe that people might not believe you, and people might not understand what you're coming from, and that's, you know, 7 times out of 10, probably 100% true that somebody might not truly understand what you're going through. But at least asking for help is the bravest thing you can do. At least saying, hey, this is what I'm going through, please be here with me, please. And the person that you're speaking to, that you're reaching out to, hopefully they understand that, like, hey, I might not be able to empathize with you, but I can sympathize, and I can be there with you, I can be there for you, I can be your rock. Like, that's some powerful stuff. And this season, not trying to get all serious, but it definitely brings on some very powerful conversations. And when you look at a season that does that, when a show or a series or movie you're watching that does that, that brings on great conversation, that brings on great emotions and great feelings and great things, like, this is serious. It's not just, you know, Goku throwing a Kamehameha wave at Frieza in the sky. You know, I went all anime there for a moment, but like, this is not just Superman flying through and punching Lex Luthor in the face. No, this is like some real life stuff. And when you get something like that, that brings on these emotions, that brings on these feelings, you really have to like sit back and look at your life and be like, whew, man, that's some deep stuff. That's tough. That's tough. And that's the main, not the main part, because that's half of the season. That's of the series. That's the half of the series that this season, not series, but the season that I really love. Lo, Milky, and Woody, their life and what they're going through. The other half I don't like is Sean. I don't know what it is with this character. I just cannot get behind him to save my life. If you're like, Ali, out of the cast of This Is England, who are you going to support the most? I'll be like, Milky. Oh, no, not Milky. Woody, I almost had you, man. You was on my number one. Lo, I feel for you, but at least Sean. I'm not supporting Sean to save my life. Skip Sean. He can go, you know, kick rocks, because, and all you Sean fans out there, I'm sorry, but this kid who is in college, who is trying to do better, is cheating on Smell. Why? Why? I get it. You guys have been together for 2 years at this point, and you've seen your new classmate in the drama class, and you guys are doing a play together, and you have to kiss, and you think she's really attractive. I get it. You think she's really attractive. Okay. Break up with your girlfriend, dude. Break up with Smell. Just say, hey, I'm not feeling it anymore. I'm sorry. I'm not feeling it. I don't think we have the connection we have. It is a very, you know, adult conversation to have with somebody, but dude, at least do that conversation. At least have that conversation. You're in the bathroom getting yourself off while your girlfriend, who's willing and able, is in the bed, who's like, I'm here with you. Like, why are you doing this with yourself, by yourself? Like, you know, I'm down to do this with you. Like, I'm down to have sex with you. Why are you getting yourself off in the bathroom by yourself while I'm literally right there? It's mind-boggling. And Then he's still trying to make the move on Frey, the girl on Faye, not Frey, but Faye, the girl that he's doing the play with. He's still trying to make the moves on her. And she likes him too, which sucks for her because she's like, you have a girlfriend. You have a whole ass girlfriend, and yet you're willing to cheat on her with me. And she's like, hey, can you talk to her? Can you just let her know that you don't want to be in a relationship with her? Can you do this? And he's like, well, Sean's conflicted. Sean doesn't understand. Sean wants to be with Smell and Faye. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You have to make a decision, especially when it comes to people and emotions. Oh, and then when in the season, when Smell finds out about Sean and Faye actually walking out, find out the first time she's seen them kissing, and it was like, okay, this is the play. She's upset, but she's like, all right, you know what? You get me, honey, because this is a character, it's a role in the play. You have to do this in the play. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna let it be. I'm gonna let it slide. But when she goes to the party and see them hooking up, she legit loses it. And by all means, now I don't think she need to attack Faye for it, but she does attack Faye. More like she need to attack Sean. Yeah, I said Sean. Sean's the one who cheated. Faye just got brought into this, and it's messed up. And then Sean goes home crying because like he was a victim. Dude, you could have prevented all this if you just would have said, you know what, I'm sorry, Smell, I'm not feeling anymore, I think we need to break up. And then got with Faye. Smell would be heartbroken. But at least she had an opportunity to move on and not be heartbroken by trust. Like, at least she could say, okay, you know what, it's fine, you're getting older, life goes on, you don't want to be with me anymore, that's fine. You know, that's a very adult thing. Thank you, Sean, I appreciate it. And yet Sean might go hook up with Faye right after, and maybe Smell might have to go through the whole thing like, what is this happening before you broke up with me? What you doing this already? Breakups happen for one person way more in the past than the other, if that makes sense. Like, Sean and Smell are not on the same level as far as their relationship. Sean is kind of already out the door. He's probably been out the door for weeks. You can see this in this season. Smell still think they're right there and still think they're going down the same path while Sean's like slowly pulling back. Just break up, man. If you know you're not feeling it anymore and you do not want to try to make this work, break up. Don't try to pursue another girl and then put your girlfriend in a whole spot. What's going to happen after you and Faye hooked up and then Smell going to just sit there and come in? You still going to hook up with Faye again? And I just couldn't get behind it. I just couldn't get behind Sean. The whole Sean running, crying. Like, I want to be more with Smell and see what Smell's doing, how she's reacting. At the end of the season, we don't really get to realize how Smell's doing. I don't understand. Like, I don't know how she's feeling. What she went to go do? Who did she go talk to? Like, she just caught her boyfriend sleeping with another woman in the other girl's place. Yeah. And then Faye. How does Faye react? How does Faye feel? I know she's heartbroken. I know she feels like she just betrayed Smell and feel like she ruined this whole relationship, but it's not her fault. It's Sean's fault altogether. He literally could just said no. And then I just don't like the direction of it where they try to make you feel like you gotta sympathize with Sean by him running back to his mom and crying in her arms about I ruined everything. No, man. Get over yourself. You cheated. You knew going into this. What do you think is gonna happen? Smell gonna be like, okay, oh yeah, you hooked up with another girl. Oh, good me. There was an open relationship, Sean. It wasn't an open relationship. But yeah, I just can't stand Sean. And one other thing before I get into characters, kind of dropping the whole season. Really, this whole season, which the main part of the story is you have Lo going through her PTSD and her life problems. Sean is in a play with Faye and he wants to invite everybody to watch his play and get to the play. It's a Christmas Day play, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day play, and they gotta go through it while everybody else is kind of just living life. Like Woody, career-wise, is doing really good. He is doing phenomenal. He has a new girlfriend, and his new girlfriend Jennifer is like the best girl that you can have. Like, she is supportive, she is right there, she's goofy, she is getting along with the family loves her, but Woody just doesn't really love his girlfriend like that. He's still obsessed with Lowell. He misses Lowell. It's been 2 years, you know, he really misses her, and he feel like he messed up. Milky's also trying a way to like connect his friendship together and find a way to, you know, make it up to Lo, and kind of just been avoiding Woody, to be honest. Which they do collide in episode 2 or 3, depending on what day you watch. Like if you watch this Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, I think it's like episode 3, but I think it's episode 2 because IMDb shows 3 episodes. Everybody else says 2 episodes, so I'm gonna just go with episode 2. But Milky and Woody cross each other's paths. Like the gang is leaving the mall when they want to go eat. Woody and Jennifer just got done with a dinner with the boss, and they come up to the mall to go like this place where they can go eat, and they cross the gang. And Woody just goes off. He goes ballistic. You know, he's hitting his head against the wall. He's attacking Milky. Milky is refusing to fight back because he feels like he messed up Woody's life and messed up Lo's life, and it gets out of hand. And Woody said he thought about killing himself for what Milky and Lo did and what the rest of the gang did. He thought about killing himself. And his girlfriend Jennifer is right there this whole time, who thinks everything's perfectly fine in their relationship, and Woody is going through it. That's some deep stuff. That's some deep stuff. And as I was watching, I was like, man, it must suck to be Jennifer, who think you're doing everything you can, who can give the best you can, and Woody's the person about, I don't deserve you, you don't deserve me, you're the greatest thing on earth, and all these things, getting her these high praises, and she's like, I'm just human like everybody else. Like, I'm sorry. And then Lo kind of like end this season here, she tried to commit suicide. And she's gonna get revived back to life. She stays in the hospital. Everybody comes to visit her, and Woody finally meets Lo at the end of the season. They finally cross paths again, and they kind of just like shoot the shit. I hate to say the cuss word there, but yeah, they just kind of like, you know, make up and just talk and just say like, you know, how things was before and just reminisce. And it's a pretty sweet moment at the end of the season where you like these two, no matter what they're going through, are kind of meant for each other. And it is a pretty neat moment. I'm excited to see what 90 has. This is England 90. But I still can't stand Shine stuff. Alright, characters. I'm putting my pad up because this cast here, there's a lot going on. So, Joe Gilgun as Woody, great. Thomas Sturgoose as Shine, great. Thomas does a good job being Shine. I just don't like Shine character, but Thomas does a good job. Vicky McClure as Lo, great. Andrew Shim as Milky, great. Chanel Caswell as Kelly, she's great as well. Like, this cast is great. I don't know anybody in this cast that really that's really bad. I think they're all great. Charlotte Tyree, who plays Faye, she did great. I'm trying to think who are the characters that really does stand out, because Johnny Harris still as the dad. He is great as well. He's still menacing. He's still threatening. He's Lo's father, threatening guy, and it's creepy. It's freaking creepy. But yes, he is great. Stacey Sampson, who played Jennifer, I thought she did a good job being the character that she is. I thought she was great as well. I'm trying to think who else I really want to talk about, because everybody else is kind of like bad characters. Oh, Rosamund Hanson, who plays Smell, phenomenal. She did great. She's a great character as well. And I feel for her this season. I feel a lot for her. I got what, Milky, I got Lo, I got Joel, Woody. That's pretty much it. I could talk about Combo. Stephen Graham, who played Combo, he was here for, you know, a cup of coffee. Lo visited him in the jail, in the prison cell, and just kind of like talked to him, or not prison, visiting him in jail, and just said like, hey, you're the only one who really was like there for me versus everybody else. And she just kind of confided to him a little bit, and Combo was like, yeah, I guess I kind of won in the end. Music, the music is still great. The music's still great in this season. They know when to play the right kind of music. They know when to play the happy music. They know when to play the somber music. It's done phenomenally. The backdrops and settings is set up proper. Like, the lighting is right. It's solid. Solid drama. I enjoy it. Is this a season that you should watch? Yes, you should watch this season, especially this one hits emotional wise. It is phenomenal. It is top tier. Worth the watch. You will feel some things. Storyline wise, I just can't get behind Sean's storyline. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. It's like all that could have been prevented if he just broke up with his girlfriend, and I just can't get behind it. So let's go ahead and get to grading. I'm going to grade This Is England 88 a solid B. It's a B. This season's a B. Like I said, low, woody, milky, that storyline, that triangle, that epic that goes on with them is phenomenal. It is done so well. Like, it is so good. So good on like what they go through and how they handle it and how the acting and the drama and all that stuff flows. It's writing well. Phenomenal. Then you look at Sean's side, and I can't get behind that. I just cannot give Sean the credit when all that could definitely been avoided if he just broke up with Smell. He never really showed that he really cares about Smell. Every time he talks to Smell, he's yelling at her, he's arguing with her, he's trying to find a way to like just make her feel bad. Like, dude, I'm supposed to care about that? And then Faye, who freaking crushing on Sean, like out this world, trying hard to resist him. Like, she feels like he's the one who understands her the most because they've been doing this play for so long. They've been together around each other the most for these past few months. And it sucks for Faye. And it sucks for Smell. Sean could just literally broke up. Faye and Sean had a conversation about this. Just break up with your girlfriend. I didn't even see the turmoil in Sean's face. I didn't even see the turmoil like him trying to figure out like, should I try to break up with Smell? Like, they didn't have the writing. They guess they did more writing on like him legit going to a room and he's like, okay, this is Smell, this is what's Faye, this is what Smell has, what Faye has, this is what I like about Smell, this is what I like about Faye. Like, do I really want to, like, I have consistency here, I have the unknown here. I just not vibing with her like I want to. Oh, I could vibe with her, but I just don't know. Like, if he had that conversation, which is a very real conversation that I can see somebody going through if they are in a relationship and just not sure, like, okay, you know what? You know what sucks the most? That Smell never did anything wrong. Smell never did anything to betray Sean. Like, maybe if they would have shown Smell in a light that like made her seem more like a dick, or maybe she betrayed him, or maybe she hooked up with somebody else, or maybe she like just belittling him all the time, where Sean was like, forget this, I'm out, and just fell into Faye's hands by mistake because like she's the one person he can talk to and he feels like he relates to her more. Then cheating is not justified. It's not justified, but I can see that storyline leading up to that. But no, they did. And I feel like the writing there was kind of let down. So that's why I'm getting this season a B. But everything else, like, oh my gosh, it would have been, if they would have got Sean right, I think I would have gave this an A+. Or no, not an A+, an A. But Sean's storyline was just not, to me, done right. I think he would have done a better job of showing Sean, giving him that more internal conflict. Maybe it gets to have been another episode to add in there. But it would have better, that final conclusion with Sean, Faye, and Smell happened, you've been like, alright, yeah, Sean, you're an asshole, but okay, we get it. And so yeah, it's a B. It's a B for me. If you've seen This Is England 88, what did you think? You know what? Please put in the comment section below. I'm curious what your thoughts are. Other than that, thank you guys for watching this episode, movie breakdown, series review. And please, if you're going through these symptoms that these characters have, you're experiencing these life things that these characters have, please reach out for help. There are people there to help you out. There are people who want to lend a hand. Please reach out. You're not alone. Trust me. Trust me. Thank you guys for watching this episode. I really appreciate it. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Also, you want to see what else I'm doing in my normal life and other things that's going on, please follow me on Instagram at Ali_Zakka. I'll put it right here around my face. Yep, right there. Also, if you want more episodes of movie breakdowns or grind towards success or whatever it is I'm doing on YouTube, you know what? Follow my page right here, like I said before, the little comment thing right there, And then you can watch the last episode of Movie Breakdowns right here, and watch the last episode of Grind Towards Success right there. Other than that, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate y'all. See y'all next time. Keep being awesome.